Find a way to rework your plans little by little, little by little. Challenges of life actually give us the opportunity to know how to do what we need to do in a different way. I'll say it again. Challenges of life actually give us the opportunity to do what we want to do in a different way or in different ways. So don't just push aside and say, hey, abeg, this challenges, this life thing is too terrible, abeg, I know they do again. No. Sit down and ask yourself, how can you do this again and again and again and again and again and again and again? Right. So have plan, but in having plans, also get to understand that you are not alone. I don't have the statistics, but I can categorically tell you that you are not the only person that is facing the same challenges you are facing at the moment. There are hundreds, if not thousands of other people that are facing similar challenges. The question is, how are they handling it? How are they handling it? So, if one way or the other they've been able to find themselves out of it, wisdom demands that you learn from the process they have taken to overcome whatsoever thing they went through that is similar to yours, and then you do exactly the same. It's as simple as that. Stop killing yourself over nothing. Stop thinking that you are the only person in the world that are facing with the similar challenges. No, never. There was a time I was going through a particular challenge, and I felt so bad that I was facing that challenge. And then one day, a friend of mine called me and said, oh boy, how are you? I said, I'm fine. He said, no, you're not fine. I said, how do you mean? He said, because what you're going through now, I went through the same thing some years back, and I was telling myself that I'm fine, but I was never fine. And when he shared his experience with me, I laughed. And I said, oh boy, you did bad though. We laughed about it, but the truth is this, what he shared with me automatically helped me to get out of whatever thing that was going on in my head as of that moment. And guess what? Since then, things has never been the same again. So my dear, you are not alone. That's the truth. Let me tell you, some years back, I couldn't speak English. I couldn't write, or let me say, I couldn't write well. Then I attended a seminar, and one of the speakers there said there was a time he couldn't read or write. And then one day his friend told him, if you want to read and write, you want to know how to read and write and speak well, then you need to learn how to read. And then the friend started showing him how to read or teaching him how to read. Then the moment he could read, even though he couldn't understand what he was reading, started buying books and read. Started buying books and read. And guess what? Gradually, his brain started opening up. And then he discovered that in one of the books he was reading, he also read that in order for you to communicate well, you need to listen to news and see how those newscasters, how they speak, how they carry themselves on the screen and all that. And started doing the same. And today, he's one of the best speakers I've ever seen.